Nene Leakes and Carlos King are going on tour, starting with a 2-city stop in February. On Tuesday, February 24th, we are headed to Raleigh, North Carolina. On Thursday, February 26th, we are headed to Nashville, Tennessee. Tickets are on sale now. Make sure you get them before they sell out. See you there. So, Raindrops, listen, I'm normally a traitor, but because of this episode, Dustin,
Yep.
I am dressing the part of Rob because I don't know who it is anymore that
Yeah.
I saw in this episode. So I'm here playing the role of Rob because I need to make sure that Candiace has somebody. Because in the words of Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost, Candiace,
You
you
in
in
danger,
danger,
girl.
girl.
That's right. This is method acting too, because you straight up turned your back on me and didn't wear you didn't wear your trader's cloak. Okay, you went on a turn. You said, I'm really gonna be Rob. I ain't telling them shit.
I'm
I'm
really
putting on these over.
Rob.
No, you look incredible. And yes, that is hilarious that you have those on because Rob showed not just his arms, but he showed his ass this week. Rob showed his ass this week, didn't he, Carlos?
I no, Dustin. We'll talk. We'll get into it. I and you're gonna gag.
Hmm.
I may dislike him as much as I dislike Michael Rappaport.
I can see why. I can see why you would arrive there. I can definitely see why.
I
Hmm.
I listen. Let's just get right into it, Dustin, because
Let's
this
do it.
episode was a 10 out of a 10. So, Raindrops, as you know, Dustin and I are going to talk about the highlights. But before we get into the banquet, we
Hmm.
got to talk about the fashions, Dustin.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
now look, last week you broke the internet comparing Dorinda's dress to the I can be finished. The Soul Train Scrabble board.
That's where my mind went. You know what I'm saying? That's where my mind went when I seen that shit. She looked like that.
Well, I
Hmm.
was I was proud that the Gen Zs knew what that meant,
That's right.
and they loved it. But no, I thought the fashions were good. I'm gonna run down my favorites, Dustin. Would love to get your thoughts. So
Okay.
I'm gonna name my favorites, and you tell me what you think.
Hmm.
Mora.
Number one. My number one favorite. Number one, that metal breastplate or whatever that was on her dress with that hat. She looked incredible. And I honestly have really been enjoying her this season. I've been enjoying Mora. Dorinda hasn't, but I have. I've been enjoying Mora, so I like that.
So
Hmm.
we'll get into the round table. But listen, Dorinda for me, she woke up this season. I'm not this season,
Yeah.
this episode.
Yes, she did.
She
Yes, she
woke up.
did.
She woke up. Her outfit, not so much. Candiace giving you Whitney Houston, Queen of the Night.
Love it.
The goddess, not to be confused with Bell Collective, Latrice's Goddess Links. We're talking about the goddess of the traders. I thought she looked stunning.
I did too. That was it. Medusa headpiece. It was like snakes, right? That she had it with all that jewelry. She looked incredible. Candace actually has been leaning directly into like the camp of it all when it comes to her
Yes.
fashions, and it's very costumey in a very good way, of in the most perfect of ways. And I think she's dressing for the quite literally for the occasion, and I love it. I love it. Candace is playing the fuck out of her game as a trader.
And we'll get to that too. But in terms of the guys, I really did like Eric's like Tiffany blue suit.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ah!
It's all right. Look like he made it. Look like he been sewing. I said, damn, you been in there hitting your foot against a Singer sewing machine pedal? Is that what that was? You been using a pattern? What was them patterns called? I can't think of the name of the patterns, but it was a name of the company that made the patterns everybody used to use to sew. But that, you been doing that? Been to Joanne Fabrics? You remember Joanne Fabrics, don't you, Carlo? Okay. Yeah, I didn't like it.
I thought you at least like that. Okay, what did you think about Johnny Ware's bedazzle, like whatever
Yeah.
shoulder pads or
I
like
love it. Johnny Ware commits to the look. I feel like that shit is 100% him. That's his style. I love seeing Johnny Ware do his thing, and to me, he executes it perfectly. So I liked it.
yes, yes, yes. And listen, Colton looked a hot mess with the pearls. I just felt like, listen, I'm aware because I didn't watch The Bachelor, but I'm aware, right, that he's a former football player. He went on The Bachelor. He used to be posing as a heterosexual male. He has not come out the closet. And I guess he's experimenting with looking like Adam, who won, American Idol, just
Adam
experimenting
Lambert.
with Adam Lambert, experimenting with looks. I mean, it was the pearls and some sort of a headpiece and then a black
Yeah,
blazer.
yeah, very look like barnacles, look like a growth of some sort, like something in a petri dish, maybe. The headpiece looked like cradle cap. It looked like a little bit of maybe like a ringworm, a scalp itch. It looked like something like that, a skin disease, something. It looked like that. It didn't look, you have to be careful with appliques and embellishments and stuff because sometimes the randomness of a design or a pattern can very effectively look like something is wrong with you. And in this case, it was ringworm. I thought he looked like he had a ringworm all over his forehead, like he had been in swimming lessons. You know what I'm saying? At 11, when you used to get ringworm and shit. That's what it looked like to me.
or lice. Which one
Or
is
lice and or slash lice. Absolutely. Hmm.
it? Dustin, your mind is not a terrible thing to waste. I will say that because whatever it is that you do, to be shout out to Lou Rawls. I'm just saying.
Yes, yes. You know why, Carlos? Because you'll never find. Okay. That's why. Shout out to Lou Rawls. Yeah, but Colton looked crazy. He looked like he had just went in the room and just stuck something on his forehead and walked the fuck out of that thing. Look at my, you guys like it? On that type of shit. No, we don't like it, Colton.
No, I didn't get it. So
Mhm.
they're at the bank with Dustin, and what we do know from the previous
We forgot
episode.
one, Carlos. I didn't mean to
Wait,
cut you
who?
off,
No,
brother.
tell me.
Jam Jam. We forgot Jam Jam. Okay. He had on a boudoir. I said, what kind of glamour shots ass? He looked like Jam Jam looked like he was going to glamour shots. You remember glamour shots back in the
Of
day,
course I
Carlos?
do.
Yeah. They gave everybody, right. That was the pose. They gave you a boa feather and a pearl shea blowout. You know what I'm saying? That Jam Jam looked like he was at La Pointe. You know what I'm saying? He looked like it just looked like he was going to dinner in his closet. It looked like the shit that, you know what I'm saying? People were to film in their closet. That's what it looked like with them feathers and shit. I was like, go on, Jam Jam.
Vanity Six.
Yeah, Vanity Tonight. Okay. Yes. Do ya? Do. Okay. Go on, Jam Jam. He
Come
said, I'm
on,
putting the
Jam
shit
Jam.
on. Hmm.
Give a little Apollonia tease. Not
Yeah.
Jocelyn's cabaret-ish, okay?
No, 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 no,
Luann
no,
de
no.
Lesseps cabaret.
Very much so. Okay. Money can't buy you clothes, apparently. Because somebody, Jam Jam and Eric both look like they had been in front of the sewing machine. I'm just gonna go on and say it. And if that's your thing, if you're a DIYer, do it, then DIY. DIGDY. Do it your goddamn self. But I'm just saying, that's what it looked like. That's all.
Chip and Joanna Gaines. That's a new show for y'all, man.
Yes.
Dustin has just You have just created another show. Is there any other looks, Dustin, that caught your eye?
No, that's it. Lisa Rinna was in there looking. Her dress just looked old, like it stunk, like mothballs, and had been up in a closet somewhere for a long time. In a good way. Like I thought she had a presence. You know what I'm saying? But it just looked like their dress had been up in a cedar closet for years. You know what I'm saying? Like just it had been put up. She looked like her dress had been put up for a long time. When they shook it out, it was a lot of shit flying, debris and dust and shit, particles all in the air. That's what it looked like. You know that dress looked like it stunk.
No, first of
Queen
all,
Catherine boat looking ass dress, Queen Mary ship looking ass dress,
I'm done.
brass doorknobs, shit like that. You understand. You understand. The French phone, you understand, Carlo. You understand,
I'm
Carlo.
stuck on mothballs and particles,
Hmm.
honey.
Hmm.